that you all are doing phenomenal. I hope that at this time in the semester you're not getting profoundly overwhelmed. You got this, you're amazing. Go. Okay, so the tea of the show, I'm doing a peppermint herbal tea today. Just wanted to check. It is Twinings of London. I like Twinings. I think I'm gonna order like a whole box set for this show. So that way we have different teas to just experiment with. Because this is the time in life when you're supposed to be experimenting, I'm told. Today I wanted to talk about movies, but we are going to, I think, just have a more relaxed vibe for today's show. As you see, when I created the show, I wanted it to feel like you were in a dorm room with your homie, just trying to talk through life and get it together. So yeah, that is the vibe we are shooting for today, which is why Mickey Mouse is present. And I think I'm just gonna riff at the beginning of the show, and just chat, right, about life, because that's why I made it. So last week was tough. Last week was a tough week for me because, and I probably closer to Valentine's Day, I'll make a show about like exes and love and my experiences and things like that. But I had a huge falling out with the person that has been in my life, and my person in my life, like person, that's my individual, right, in my life for like coming on 8 years, and that's done, and it just died, like it was dead. It's dead now. And so watching that happen and then trying to process through it and heal through it, right, because I gave myself a period till Monday, when this show is now out, so Monday, to deal with it and to get out of the darker feelings, you know, because you have to get through like the anger and the denial and the sadness and like the crying in the shower, listening to breakup songs on Pandora. Not saying that happened. It did happen. 8 years is a long time. No judgy wedgie bears over here, as my sister would say. So there's that, and then trying to interview for jobs and get jobs, which I'm starting one on Monday. So I don't know how consistent the posts are going to be, which is why I wanted to also give y'all this more relaxed type vibe today. That's where we are right now, is just in a healing and growing time, a processing time. So yeah, thank you for letting me share that with you. So, movies. I want to talk to you about some of my favorite ones. I want to talk to you about what I look for in movies, especially since I want to work in the film industry, and I'm going to work in the film industry. I declare it and claim it as such. So, I look for emotionality. I like larger scale. Like, I love scope. If there's a lot of movement and there's a lot of development and there's different locations, because I also kind of want to be a location scout at some point. I dig that. Scoring, I used to do sound design, so scoring is like, right there, And then costumes, as you know, are extremely, just goodness gracious good to me. I love them. I love them so much. So I also look for that. Yeah, I said emotionality. Did I say that? If I didn't, emotionality. And if I did, it's good to say it at least 4 times. Emotionality, 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 emotionality. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, favorite movies. Princess and the Frog, game changer. Probably my favorite movie of my existence. Probably. Like the first animated Black Disney princess. I was in that time of life where it was perfect. Like, I understood the significance, but I was still young enough that it could make a huge impression on me. It was beautiful, especially like the firefly scene, and there was friendship, and there was love, and there was like a guy who needed to change, not a woman who needed to like fall asleep and then get kissed, you know, like it made sense. She was after her grind, and it had real world themes in it, like economic inequality and racial disparities, like just so that's good. Troy, I loved Troy. It was romantic and beautiful and action-packed, and Brad Pitt and Eric Bana and Orlando Bloom. Oh my gosh. That's great. And I like movies that have that line in it that just gets you in your soul. Like Enough with Jennifer Lopez, when she's laying on the mat and the black man is training her and standing over her, and he's like, because you know what he will do, you're smiling inside. I just love movies like that. All the Shreks. The fourth one's not my favorite, but I rewatched it a while ago and like it much more than I used to hate it. The first one I think has the best story. The second one is probably my favorite because in scope and execution, I think it's beautiful and well done and it's exciting. And then the third one is the absolute funniest to me. The third one gets me rolling on the floor. In regards to huge series, Pirates of the Caribbean, up until when they started just doing Jack Sparrow's weirdness with other random people, I don't like it. But the first three, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. So great. So great, right? There's just scope and it's funny and it's weird and it makes sense and it's coming together and it's building up and you're just like, oh my gosh. Yes, me and my mom used to go see them because they came out on my birthday every year for like a long time. And so that's what we would do for my birthday. So those have a significance to me. What else series-wise? Transformers. I even still watch the Transformers, but those first couple with Sam Witwicky. Oh, so cute. But I don't like how the females got more useless over time. Like by the time we got to Mark Wahlberg's, the girl was just getting kidnapped for no daggum reason. She had one good line. Like it wasn't okay. It wasn't up to par. What else? Black Panther, game changer. I was one of those people who like dressed up to go to the theater and all kinds of stuff. I think I saw it like 3 times in the theaters. Michael B. Jordan, Angela Bassett in those costumes and the hats, and it was funny, and they said the word colonizer and they didn't pull any punches, and so good. Black Brilliance is what that was. Speaking of Black Brilliance, let's go to The Bodyguard. Whitney Houston, Kevin Costner. I love interracial love in movies, and it was so divine. It really was. Like some of the best Whitney Houston songs she's singing in that film right there. And I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but you be mad at like the reason the foolishness is happening. Let's see, what else? Old Marilyn Monroe movies. I like old movies. I really enjoy them. Excuse me. I prefer when they're first getting into color, I think. I like that a lot better because I am such a costume person. I like to be able to see what colors we're playing with. But I love old movies. Old Marilyn Monroe's, There's No Business Like Show Business, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, her whole catalog I try to watch. Audrey Hepburn. I really love her as well because there's just this delicateness to her, and I think that's a lot of fun. Thor: The Dark World had a phenomenal score, great costuming, and another Hemsworth movie that I really enjoyed was Huntsman 2. I don't remember what it's called right now, but it was the one that didn't have Kristen Stewart in it because, yeah. I really like this Huntsman. I thought the costuming was so great, and I liked him with the brown hair. That worked for me, like, a lot. So I enjoyed that. I watched that movie and I was looking at the credits and I said, I have to work in movies. This has to happen. It speaks to my spirit too much for me not to do it. Let me make sure we're getting things. Think Like a Man. I really enjoyed that whole ensemble coming together, all these different lives intermingling, and it was well done. It was my introduction to Kevin Hart, who I intensely enjoy as a comedian. Yeah, so it's super good, super good. I'm sure there's Eddie Murphy movies that I'm not hitting on the way that I should be, because I really love me some Eddie Murphy. Really, he can do almost no wrong to me in movies. The Batmans, I've tried to watch every Batman in existence, but the Christopher Nolan ones, and mainly 2 and 3 for me, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, those are phenomenal films. Phenomenal. Avatar, the grandeur and the beauty. I went to Disney World and they have a whole section for Avatar now, and it's so pretty, and there's interspecies love, and it's amazing, and I was like a kid in a candy store. Similarly, I also met Princess Tiana on that trip, and it was emotional for me. Really, it was. I'm not gonna say that I cried in front of her because I didn't do that, but I'm not gonna tell you that there weren't tears at some point. That woman knew what she was doing. The accent was great. She said we were best friends. Guys, it was real, okay? The old school black feminine movies I dig, so like Set It Off and Waiting to Exhale, and I really like Latifah movies. So yeah, I try to have a pretty wide range. This wasn't my Netflix list or anything like that, because we want to talk about Netflix, then we have to say like Noah Centineo, All the Boys I've Loved Before, and Sierra Burgess Is a Loser. So cute. So cute. What else? Been So Long is a musical movie on Netflix. It's black, it's British, it's dope-tastic. It's my list right now. So let us do a ship first. Stupid! Can we talk about the fact that there are these females on Twitter, and it may not be just Twitter and it may not be just females, but it's usually female black Twitter or POC Twitter, where they say, felt kind of cute, might delete it later. Why are you telling me that? I don't care. I am not, how egotistical do you have to be to think that I am so emotionally attached to these pictures that you're posting on your Twitter that I'm like, oh my gosh, if she deletes it, I'll die. Like, if she deletes it and I have no warning, what am I gonna do? No one cares. It's not that deep. You're not Beyonce. It's fine. If you don't feel confident in it, don't post it. That's weird. Or if you do, you post it and then you're like, it's not feeling it anymore. Delete it. It's fine. No one, who's watching you that closely? That's concerning. Look into that. Okay. Okay. All right, so our Infuse It for today. I've been really into Agatha Christie books. I love reading, guys, and I've really been going in on the Agatha Christie life. I like the Miss Marple series. My mom got me the Hercule Poirot series for Christmas, and I tore through those. I don't think I have all of them though, and I need to do his short stories. My favorite one from her though is The Man in the Brown Suit. It's sweet and it's romantic and it's got a female heroine and it's funny. Like, I was laughing out loud. I don't know if that's just me and I'm a weird person, but that was so good to me. So I think you should check out some of her books, because I'm always like, I'm gonna guess it. I think I've guessed the right person one time. Check them out. What else? Oh, also, I want to say thank you to my mommy. She went out and she bought me a whole bunch of delicious mugs for TNT. Yeah, so thank you for the support and for the love. Thank you all for the support and for the love, for the commenting and like coming back and everything. Y'all don't forget to share it with people. As always, be good, lovies. Thank you.